There must have been one. There's upwards of 100,000 here. You ready? No, boys.
They're pulling the shipyard gates, this is it.
Go to the final rocket.
Sir, retrieve the hundreds of men put it this way with 20 tons of tallow and soap to make it leg down in double quick time.
It is, and two drag trains weighing 80 tons apiece, along with 6 massive anchors starboard. Safety and luxury will become the deciding factors on the transatlantic run. You'll see all of Belfast.
Key year 1910 Olympic अनि 1911 चाहिँ Titanic भनेर लेखेको छ. There we go, people are coming.
Titanic's launch in 1911 estimated 100,000 people. Almost a year of fitting out. By March 1912, Titanic was ready for her maiden voyage. For Belfast, the triumphant culmination of many years planning and labour. Before she could be handed over, Titanic had to and dredged to a depth of 40 feet. England's premier passenger port was flourishing, with new shops, restaurants and businesses open to service the growing passenger trade. And John and Ireland. Almost 400 of Titanic's crew lived in Southampton's northern district. A national coal managed to sign up. On April 5th, Titanic was dressed in her signal flags and pennants as a Good Friday tribute to the people. 1,000 cigars. At 7 a.m., Captain Edward John Smith came aboard the Titanic to prepare for the Board of Trade muster at 8. Around 9:30, the first passengers arrived on the boat train from London Waterloo. By late morning, all the passengers and crew were aboard, minus 2 firemen who were delayed in a public house and missed the departure. At noon, 100,000 people. Almost a year of fitting out followed, transforming the massive. By March 1912, Titanic was ready for her maiden voyage. For Belfast, the triumphant culmination of many years planning and labour. Before she could be handed over, Titanic had to undergo sea trials.
Inside the Titanic, what to expect?
She carried out a series of maneuvers in open water.
Yeah.
Titanic was dressed in her signal flags and pennants as a Good Friday tribute to the people of Southampton who had welcomed her. By April 10th, the ship had been filled with 1,000 sweetbreads and 1,000 cigars. Titanic's launch in May 1911 was watched by
The old man knows what he's doing, I suppose. He is a fine ship's commander. Passengers call him the millionaire's captain. It is well. I'm sure that he was proud of this voyage. The weather's fresh, but pleasant enough for April. Lane, make sure Boston has enough deck blankets for the portside corner. Seems ship's progress is good. I've heard that we may make New York and cheap. Can't blame those immigrants down the spirit, can't stop that one. It's well done, sir. You, sir, what's an answer? I'm sure.
Everyone around me on the upstairs was as though they could hardly believe it. Just said, he's gone.
I was absolutely was a personal friend of mine. So, and the morning of the day of the tragedy, we picked her signal up. She was about 750 miles east of Paris at that time, and a chap named Gordon, my third operator. Recognition. I think that's where he exercised very excellent judgment. So he'd call CQD and then follow immediately with SOS. And then he kept every few minutes. I was admiring him, the judgment he was using, rather than fearful of his death. Of my room, there was another bunk. As I got into my room, there was a third bunk. So a little pushes, but nothing very violent. And I slipped on a coat over my white sail, and as it bumped, it sliced off bits of ice. Ice fell all over the deck. We just picked up the ice and started to play snowballs. We thought it was fun. We asked the officers if there was any danger and said no, nothing.
It wasn't long before Boxall, fourth officer, said, the water's up to F deck in the mailroom.
It was about midnight when I became aware that there was no hope of the Titanic remaining afloat. The lifeboats would come to me to ask to be taken back again on the ship. Strange as it may seem, when this lifeboat was being released from the deck, it overturned and our ears were drowned. Naturally, I was